Can anyone tell me what is a negative response or a negative feedback? What is the meaning of a negative response?
Ma'am, can I say?
Yes, Julius, say.
Ma'am, I think a negative response is a criticism to you for something that you do or or something which you are as an individual. It's a criticism on it's a feedback. It can also a negative feedback to you, which you get from someone.
Correct, correct. Very good. Next, except Julius, who is going to tell me how to handle negative response? How to handle negative response?
Ma'am, don't try to prove something someone is wrong, or putting yourself in the shoes of that person. Like,
Correct, Sheetal. Very good. Can anyone tell me any other ways of handling a negative response?
I think, ma'am, we should accept the negative feedback, and we shouldn't try to go against or try to prove right, ma'am.
And can you give me one more point?
That's all.
Okay, okay. So I guess that all of you have understood. So it's also a very simple topic, and we're left with only few topics. So today assertiveness, okay? As you had asked, assertiveness is basically the quality of being confident, okay? When a person is confident without being aggressive. Now, aggression and confidence are two different things. Sometimes overconfidence can become aggression. But assertiveness is basically the quality of being, confident. Confident about yourself. And it's also related to accepting yourself, and when you know your own rights, when you know your own rights, and when you respect the feelings of others. It's basically the ability to understand or to understand others. At the same time, you are someone who knows your rights as well. You are empathetic. Of course, you are empathetic. You understand others. You are aware of the rights of the other people, and you respect the feelings of other people, and you respect the rights of other people. And at the same time, you are also aware of your own rights. So that is why you are confident. People who are assertive in nature, they are very confident because they are aware of the rights. They are aware of the rights, and that is why they are someone who can give who can take good decisions, and who can also basically give good suggestions. Okay, now people who are assertive, they will basically communicate with people directly. They'll be communicating with people with honesty, okay? And they'll definitely they are, as they are empathetic in nature and they are aware of the rights, so they will definitely try to understand the other person, and they are someone who do not like to talk indirectly, rather than talking about certain thing indirectly. They would particularly go for, directly, they'll go for, direct conversation. They will directly talk about whatever they want to, and they are someone who are very expressive. They are someone, they are expressive in nature. They are kind of the people who can express their feelings, we can express their thoughts, and because they are aware, they also uh, spread awareness. Okay, because they know about their rights, because they know, they're aware about a lot of things, so that is why they also like to spread that awareness. So assertiveness is basically the quality of being confident, and it's basically the ability to express the feelings openly, directly, honestly, and at the same time, it's also about understanding the rights. It's also about being aware of our own rights, and at the same time respecting the feelings and the rights of the other people as well. So that is basically assertiveness. So just remember that assertiveness is basically related to confidence. When a person is confident, that means the person is assertive. When a person is aware of the rights, that means the person is assertive. Okay. When a person is aware of others' feelings, then the person is assertive. Okay, it is related to confidence, it is related to being aware and also understanding the feelings of other person, and uh, when a person is expressive, when a person can express their feelings and thoughts, opinions, openly, properly, and honestly, that person is assertive. And assertive communication is nothing but it's about communicating directly and honestly. Is it clear? It's related to confidence and awareness. Okay, and being open and direct. Is it clear?
Ma'am, understood, please.
Next, you had asked me about drive strength, right?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
So we all have some kind of dreams, goals in our life, isn't it? So in order to achieve the goals, in order to fulfill our dreams, we need some kind of motivation, isn't it? Without motivation, we cannot move forward, or we cannot basically achieve what we want to. Drive strength the uh, is that particular source which motivates you. Okay, each and every individual might have different different sources of motivation. What might motivate me, it might not motivate you. So that particular force, okay, that particular force or power to achieve our goal, that motivates us to achieve our goal, that is known as drive strength. All of us has some or the other drive strength. Okay, some or the other factor which motivate us. There might be one, there might be two, there might be several. So that particular force, that particular source that keeps on motivating us even if we fail, all right, that is the drive strength that is within us. Okay, every individual has different source of motivation. The source can be something that comes from within. Okay, it can be internal and it can also be external. Okay, external as in when it can be a person, when your parents, suppose when your parents like when you basically don't feel good, when you are not feeling motivated, when your parents come and motivate you, your parents become your drive strength. Okay, your parents become your drive strength, means your parents at that point of time become the source of motivation, and that is what drive strength. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So basically you have to figure it out. What is your source of motivation? There's always a source of motivation. You always need a reason to be motivated. Okay, so you always need to figure out what is your source of motivation, and in that way you'll feel motivated and you'll be able to achieve your goals. It can be related to your personal goal, it can be related to your personal life, or it can also be related to your career. Okay, so that is definitely going to your the drive strength. It definitely helps to achieve your goals, because it's that force which is going to push you, which is going to motivate you. All right, any other doubts?
Ma'am, you can explain scale and customer orientation again.
Sure. So customer orientation is basically related to how a salesperson handles a customer. All right. So when a salesperson understands the needs and wants of a customer and builds a good relationship with the customer, that is customer orientation. If you are a salesperson, okay, if you are a sales person, or any person or a person who who might be a sales manager, a marketing manager, a person from the marketing team, or a person from the sales team, what is your basic task? Your task is to increase sales, isn't it? To mm, the, the first step is to advertise the products, and then the next step is to basically increase the sale of the product or the service. It can be a product and it can also be a service. So if you are someone who is in the marketing team, then definitely you will work in the advertisement of the product, in recommending the product, and etc. And if you are in the sales team, then you'll directly contact the customer. You will directly be in touch with the customer to increase the sale of the product, to increase the sale of the product or the service. Now, when you build a good relationship with the customer, how will you be able to build a good relationship with the customer? When you will be able to communicate with the customer properly, when you will be able to understand the needs and wants of the customer properly, and when you'll be able to provide that particular customer with that particular product which he actually wants to buy. The customer will be impressed, and you will be able to build a good relationship with the customer, and that particular relationship with the customer and the way you have impressed the customer is nothing but customer orientation. I'm so sorry. Julius, is customer orientation clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So as I have already mentioned that when a salesperson builds a good relationship with the customer, and the way a salesperson understands the needs and wants of the customer, that is customer orientation. Now scale is basically related to that. So a scale is basically the measurement, okay, basically the degree to which the salesperson is able to engage the customer. So what is the basic duty of the salesperson? He or she has to increase the sales. He or she has to basically sell the product or the service, isn't it? Now, when a salesperson can build a good relationship with the customer, that means the salesperson is being able to uh, understand the needs and wants of the customer and provide him and he is able to provide him the kind of goods and goods, product or service that the customer wants, so the customer is happy. Scale is just related to the engagement of the customer with the seller. Okay, so scale is basically the degree to measure the engagement or the engagement of the customer. Okay, whether the salesperson is being able to build a good relationship with the customer or not. That is the scale. It's basically to measure the customer orientation of the salesperson. That is a scale. When a salesperson is able to engage the customer and sell the product according, and the salesperson is also salesperson is basically being able to influence the customer and is being able to persuade the customer to buy the product, and is also being able to build a good relationship with the customer, that means he will have higher scale of customer orientation. The measurement, as I had said, that the scale is the measurement of customer orientation. So his measurement of the customer, or his measurement of customer orientation will be higher compared to another salesperson who is not being able to convince the person, who is not being able to convince the customer, or who is not at all being able to sell any kind of product to a customer or persuade the customer, and who is not being able to build a good relationship with the customer. That is that particular salesperson will not have higher scale. The measure of that of the customer orientation will be low, because that particular person is not being able to create a good relationship with the customer. One, second, he is not being able to persuade or convince the customer to buy the product. Third, he is also not being able to provide a product according to the needs and wants of the customer. So that's a scale. It is related to customer orientation. It is related to the measurement of customer orientation. Is it clear, Julius?
Yes, ma'am.
Now there can be a scale can have different categories. Okay, a scale can have different categories. So suppose there are 10 categories in a scale. Okay, there are 10 categories in a scale. So if I am a seller, you are also a seller. Suppose I have touched all the 10 categories. and you might be a seller who has just touched 6 or 7 categories. So that is the scale, the measurement of the relationship, the measurement of the convincing convincing power, convincing capacity. So that's basically the scale. Now there's no like, the scale can, it can be different, and the criterias of a scale, it can be it can be different. So there are different ways of developing a customer orientation scale. Okay, there are different steps in developing customer orientation customer orientation scale, and different organization use different techniques to do that. I hope it's clear. Any other question?
Ma'am, can I ask something?
Ask.
When will be our PPST exam, ma'am? We haven't got the timetable. We got that it will start from 23 to 25, but we don't know when will be our PPST.
Okay, do you know about the other papers?
Only CMA, ma'am.
Okay, I'll let you know. Okay, maybe today only I'll let you know.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So maybe on Wednesday, I guess, but I'll confirm and I'll let you know. Okay. Okay then, students, that's all. So please study the first 2 units. So we have another class tomorrow. So go through the both the units, and there are very small topics, so minute topics, but you have to be thorough with the topics. You need to understand the concept of the topics. So please read it once today. Go through the topics once, read the topics, and then if you do not understand something, if you have doubt regarding any topic, then you can ask me tomorrow. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.